What if I told you now you can contribute to open source project for Hacktoberfest easily without any issues, even if you are a beginner, even if you are a first time contributor? My team and I cooked an open source project and it's called Canner. I'll explain everything about the project. So, if you are a developer, a cloud engineer, a DevOps engineer, or even an operation or sys admin guy, this project is for you and you can still contribute to it. And when I say the contribution, I mean the meaningful contribution. I'll get back to this, what a meaningful contribution is. But anyone can contribute to this project. It's not just developer focused. Although it solves a real issue, like it's not any other to do application that is just out there and you can just start using it and contributing to it. It actually solves an issue that a lot of people faces. So let me just walk you through the issue first, and then I'll go through the demo, and then I'll go through the contribution guide and so on. So this is a challenge that I personally face as a content creator. So someone like me who has a decent social media reach, for me it's like 50 to 100, but there are some people with more reach, they get let's say 500 message. Someone would get 1000 messages per day and it becomes impossible to reply to these messages. How do we do that? How to make sure that we are creating a meaningful connection with our followers, with our subscribers, or with our mutual connections? There are four type of people. The first type is who never bother to reply any of these messages. That's it. Problem solved. There are second type of people who cherry pick to reply these messages based on the familiarity with the user or their profile and so on. There are third type of people who have a dedicated social media management team or a dedicated person who takes care of all these interactions, right? And only the important messages they will take care of themselves. Now there are fourth type of people who reply to each and every messages, or at least try to reply to each and every messages. So I am one of those like fourth kind of people. And trust me, it becomes impossible to reply to all of these messages even though we try our best. Still it takes like 1 to 2 hours each day, and sometimes it becomes really impossible to do that. So what is the solution? That is why we have built this project. So even if you are a content creator, a social media influencer, an educator, a YouTuber, anyone can use this tool. And because it is open source, it is free of cost. You can host this locally. Now we are also applying for Hacktoberfest that has just been started, and meaning the top contributors will get a lot of benefits like swags, recognition, digital badges. Plus it will be really helpful for your career growth, and you will start your journey with the open source contribution if you are a first time contributor. Now let me show you the demo of the product first. I mean, we have just started it, so but we do have a working prototype. So let me just walk you through it, and then we'll go to the contribution guide and the GitHub repository. Okay, so this is the repository that we have. We just checked in, and as you can see, it has different components. So it has a database, which is PostgreSQL, and then it has a backend, which is Flask API, and then we have a browser extension, which is the front end. So basically, it's a Chrome extension with a backend and a database, right? So you can contribute to any of those, or we'll also be having a lot of DevOps based components, like we'll have a CI/CD pipeline, infrastructure as a code for Terraform, like setup for monitoring, logging, alerting, and lots of other things that is DevOps focused. And these are all the parts that we have developer focused, right? So you can contribute to any of those, and you can see the tag over here for the Hacktoberfest, because this is what we are doing at the moment. And it's basically an AI powered LinkedIn and Twitter assistant. Why AI powered? We have not discussed anything about AI yet, but it will be having a lot of features in the upcoming few sprints specific to AI. Once we launch the feature, then definitely we'll let you know. But for now, whatever we have understood, we'll walk you through that. So to start the project, like prerequisite is you should have Docker installed and up and running, Node.js, Python for the backend development if you want. And there are different setup options. So you can use Docker Compose directly after cloning the repo, or then you can also use dev containers. Okay, in this demo I'll be using Docker Compose. It will be fast, it will be easier to show the demo. Okay, and then this will only be done for your backend and for your database. But for your front end, you will be doing it through the, like, because it's a Chrome extension, you will be doing it through the load unpack feature of the Chrome extension. I'll walk you through that as well. Okay, and then basically these are all the documentation extra steps that you can just go through it if you want. So let's start with the demo. Let me show you how it's done. And we have not created, but I will also create a dedicated channel in our community, the CloudOps community. The CloudOps community is the cloudopscommunity.org. You can go to this link and click over here, join us. It will redirect you to the Discord server. The Discord currently has, as you can see, 5,000 active members, because we keep removing the inactive members from time to time. We do the cleanup every month or every 2 months or so. So now we have 5,000 members in the community, and I will create a dedicated channel, because you see it has lots of dedicated channel for different reasons, and I will create one for this scanner open source contribution as well. So let's go back over here, and yeah, let me just open my VS Code, and then we can just start building the application. Okay, so here's my VS Code, and I can just start with cloning the repo. Okay, so just go over here, take the code, copy it, and basically do a git clone over here. Okay, now go inside Canner, and over here you will see a Docker Compose YAML. So open the Docker Compose YAML, and what I will do is I will change the port from 5000 to 5001, because I believe 5000 something is already running on my machine on 5000, so I'll use the 5001 port, and rest I'll keep everything as separate. So as you can see, it has different component. It has one for PG admin as well, so that you can access the database with the UI. And then it has a container for backend, which is a Flask application. It has a container for Postgres database as well, right? So let me just save it and run Docker Compose up hyphen build, and it will start all the containers for me. Okay, this wouldn't be quick because I already have the local images, but other than that, it has created the network and both the containers for your Postgres and for the backend. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think it's up now. Okay, but I won't be seeing anything because I don't have the front end created yet. Yeah? So let's go over here. Let me just open a new terminal, and where am I? I'm in the same folder. Let's go inside the same folder, Canner, and go inside browser extension. So this is for the front end. Okay, and over here run sudo npm I to install the dependencies. Okay, and once it is done, you can just run npm build, npm run build actually. So it will create a build. Okay, and once you have the build, you can just unpack this. So let me just walk you through what folder it has created. It has created a new folder, which is dist. Okay, so this is the folder that we need to unpack in our Chrome. So let's go over here. Okay, let's go to extensions, manage extension over here, and make sure you have this developer mode uh, enabled, right? So do that and click over here on the left side. You see load unpacked. So click over there, and now just upload this dist folder. Okay, hit select. Okay, and this is the welcome page that it will show you. As I've told you, we have just created this application. It's a working prototype, so it's not a fancy one, but it's something that you can just get started with, right? It has certain features, you can walk through it. But let me show you the benefit of using it. Okay, so let's go to LinkedIn. Okay, go to your messages. Okay, and let's say just select any message that you want to reply. Okay, so let me select one over here. Okay, so someone reached out to me and they said, I'm actively looking for Linux sysadmin entry level roles. Could you guide me or let me know if there are any opportunities in your company? Okay, so this is mostly the people that reach out and ask for referrals, right? Although this person did not ask directly the referral, but if someone asks the referral, let's say if someone has asked the referral, then how do I reply using Canner? Okay, so first over here, you see a pencil, this option appeared, right, which is quick response. So if you click on that, it will show you this pop up, and because I don't have any saved responses yet, that's why it is blank. But let's escape, just cancel this and manage extension. Let's pin this extension so that it appears over here. Now this is our extension, click on that, and now it will show you this, and it will show you that you can now save your frequently asked questions and their answers, or your frequently replied answers. Okay, or you can call it canner, or you can call it canned responses. Now click on new and let's call it referral. So anyone who will be asking me referral, I'll just paste this message. Basically, this is a way of telling them that because I don't know you personally, I have never worked with you personally, and I cannot vouch for your skills. Because of those reasons, I cannot refer you to my company. This is what it is, right? And I'll just add a tag as well. So let's call it referral and another tag for unknown. Okay, hit save response. Now this response has been saved over here. I can copy it, delete it, and I can modify it. Modify feature is yet to be added, but I can modify it, and here are the tags as well. Now I can similarly add more one. Let's say most of the messages that I get are people asking me for roadmap or for the DevOps engineer, right? So let's call it roadmap for DevOps. So thank you for reaching out, not reaching out, reaching out. I have already published a video regarding the same. Request you to please watch the below video and let me know if you still have any doubts. Cheers, Piyush. Okay, and just add unknown. I'm just adding tags DevOps and roadmap. So these three tags I've added and hit save response. So this is how you can create your own database and it will be persistent for you, right? So you can just save these things, right? And now you have to insert these responses over here. So first method is just copy it from here. You can just search it, let's say roadmap, right? So you can just search it with the tag or with the string, or let's say referral, and it will pop up over here. You can copy it and paste it over here. And then there is another method which is what we'll prefer. So go over here in your text box, you see a pencil icon over here. Okay, if you hover on that, it will show you quick response. Click on that and it will pop up all the messages over here. Now you can search. If you have a list of messages, you can search, let's say referral. Click on that and it will auto populate in the text box, and then you can just send. Okay, so there are some formatting issues at the moment, right, because of which it's not sending the message, right? It's a kind of CSS issue, but we'll fix on that. There is also already a issue created in our GitHub repository, but as you can see, you can just hit send over there. I don't want to send this message to them, but that's one of the example, right? So, and you can just go through all your messages and you can just, I mean, it's just a one time effort. You know what type of messages you get on a day to day basis. You can just create all the canned responses out of those, and then you can just select the message when you have to send it to someone. Okay, so just search the canned response, select it, and send. That's it. 3-step process, and you are done. You are done with replying, and that's a reply that you are providing them, which is a custom reply. It's not AI generated reply. It's something that how you would reply normally to the people, right? So that's one feature. The another feature that our team is still working on is text editor. So the text editor is what it will do is it will add different options to the LinkedIn or Twitter posts. So now they don't support any text formatting on the LinkedIn page or the Twitter page itself, right? So with this new feature that we are still building on, you can have your text be written in bold, italics. You can change the formatting, you can have it highlighted, underlined, add a lot of symbols and a lot of other things, right? So it will provide you a good writing experience directly in the UI of LinkedIn and Twitter. I believe it will be amazing, and we are so excited to work on it. And yes, as I've told you, all the contributions are welcome. So let me just show you how you can contribute to the project. Okay, so you can go to our GitHub repo. Okay, you can just have a look at all those things if you want, and then there'll be a contribution guide link will be here somewhere, and then it will be contributing.md. So if you go there, it will walk you through what you can do. So you can report a bug, you can discuss the current state of the code, submit a fix, propose new feature, and so on. Here the requirement, and here is just your dev environment or your local environment setup. So you can go through that, and this is important. So we'll be following GitHub flow. So understand how Git works, understand how GitHub flow works, what are the branches, how do we merge the branches, how we create the PR, all of those things, so understand those things, and then you need to follow these steps, like create the free feature branch, make your changes, pull the changes, and then commit to your fork, and so on. Like all the steps have been mentioned over there in detail. So I'm not going to repeat all those things because it's already documented. And make sure that you follow the branch naming convention which we have provided over here, like for a feature branch, feature slash your name, for a fix, bug fix, for any documentation update, for refactoring the code, for any test, and so on, right? These are the formats that you can use. Okay, and yeah, here are the template details as well that we are expecting. Now this is really important. Please make sure you read the code of conduct. Like, you have to be respectful and inclusive, be constructive in your feedback, no blame game, help others learn and contribute, and stay on the topic in the discussion, right? Now make sure you read these do's and don'ts, right? Now when I told you in the beginning that you will be doing meaningful contribution to this project, that means any spam, low effort, or placeholder issues PR will be rejected. Any duplicate issues without checking the existing ones will be rejected. If you just making any typo changes or making any changes that does not add any value to the project, those changes will be rejected instantly. Okay, all those things, go through it. Do not make PR with only white spaces or formatting changes. Don't create issues like please assign me or +1 comments. Don't do that. Don't submit incomplete or untested code. Don't submit AI generated PR without understanding the code. Yes, you can take help of AI in your code, and like whatever you want to use it, but make sure it is AI assisted coding, not AI generated coding. You still have to understand the code that you have written, even though it's written by AI. Right? And don't demand immediate response or reviews. Our maintainers are busy. We are a small team as of this moment, so our maintainers are busy developing new features and working on a lot of other tasks. So give them some time and they will get back to you, right? And yeah, so make sure you read all of those things. These are really important before you first create one issue. And let me show you the issues that we have. So if you go to issues over here, so we have created a few sample issues for now, but we'll keep adding more to it, right? So if you are a first time contributor, so start from here, good first issues. So like, for example, this, like, we don't have a logo yet. So if you are someone who's a graphic designer or have a little bit of design knowledge and understanding, you can start with this. Then there is the insert icon issue over here. You can start with this, and there are others, like there are some documentation issues as well that we have created. There are some enhancement, feature request. All of these are the issues that we have just created. There are some features as well. So yeah, pick the one. But if you are doing any code change or anything, make sure you talk to our contributors first. There'll be a discussion tab over here, right? So open a discussion first, and then you can discuss the ideas. Maybe create a poll, Q&A, whatever you want, and make sure you understand everything. Make sure you do the code merge after discussing it with the maintainer, so that we are on the same page, right? So yeah, that's it. I hope you like it. I hope this project adds some meaningful contributions to your resume, as well as to the project, to the open source community, and to whoever will be using it. Now there'll be a lot of enhancement coming up in this project, and we are excited to work on it. So let's see what's there. So let me know in the comment if you have any questions. If you need any help, we are there to help you. So thank you so much. I hope you have a good day. See you.